morning, everybody. We're here today for the Housing Authority meeting, 2/27/25. Can I have any, wait a minute,
Public comment?
I'm gonna change this, wait a minute, we gotta go to do the pledge first, it's not on here.
Oh, you got it.
We gotta do it.
That's absolutely right.
Can I have everybody stand for the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Any public comment?
No.
Not seeing any. Move on. Year-end certifications.
Okay, on the year-end certifications, that was ending in the year 2024.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the account went through, closed out the year, so now you just have to vote that we're closing out the year. We had no issues. Okay?
Oh, I see. These are what you put down.
So you want to vote on this, Laurie?
Yep.
Can I have a motion for the year-end certification, please?
I make a motion for the year end.
Second.
I'll second motion.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None. Wage match certification.
Now, the wage match is what the state requires us to have the tenants fill out, that we have permission to go in
Okay.
to look to see what they have for income. And then we compare what they've reported to us to what the wage match
I'm just shutting my phone off.
says. Okay? So we did it. Here's the report. You don't get it because their social security numbers are on it,
Okay.
but all the state tenants had to turn around and
Oh,
fill this out, and then we have to do due diligence and go in and check to make sure that it was done.
so this is for the state?
This is for the state. The EIV is for the federal,
Right.
but that's not what you're voting on. You're not
Okay.
voting on the federal, you're voting on the state because it's part of what they require. But I didn't give you a copy of it because their social security numbers,
Oh,
Yeah,
All right.
no, I understand, yeah.
okay? But all the state tenants, families and the elderly, have to do this so that we can check to see that what they're reporting to us is what they're saying that's reported, okay? But you're certifying that you did, it was done,
okay.
okay?
Yep.
So here's wage match.
No. Can I have a motion for the wage match, please?
I make a motion for the wage
Second.
Second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, now lead paint is another thing they require us to do. And the compliance, you can look at, like we have these compliance sheets, and you kind of see where all the departments have to be accounted for. And then it all goes in that book. I have to go into each screen and see where it says compliant,
Yes.
so we don't have any issues with lead paint. So you saw that we are compliant. We have to do this every year.
Good.
But the backup for it is in that book,
Right.
okay?
Awesome.
Can I have a motion for the lead paint certification, please?
I motion for lead paint
The second.
certification.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Now, this amendment is a contract that we have with the state in the amount of $273,121.31. And that's a formula funding grant that we get every year. But this is the amount that they gave us, and you just have to vote to accept it, that we're gonna take that money.
And are there stipulations as to how this money's used?
They decide how it's gonna be
Okay.
used. This is the amount they're gonna give us.
Yeah.
But they pretty much decide where it's gonna go, but that's the amount that they've approved for us to get.
Could I have a motion for the contract for fiscal assistance?
I make a motion that we
Do I?
accept the
I'll,
money.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
And this next one, these two are HUD grants that we had received. One was in 2018, for the amount of $178,222.
Wow.
And we're gonna close it out. That money has been expended.
2018.
Yep.
That's what the,
That was the year.
Okay. 2019 for number
Yep.
7. The monies have been expended.
Closed out.
So we have to submit a form
Okay.
to HUD saying that the money has been expended and to please close it out.
Do they do an audit as to how or?
We don't get enough money from them to require an audit, but I do have to submit the paperwork as to where
Okay.
the money went. Okay?
Okay, can I have a motion?
I make a motion to accept.
Second?
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? None.
And when I get this paperwork back from them, I'm gonna give the board a copy of it.
Okay.
That's what I did.
So this is the report that we got for December, closing out, okay?
And we get that every month.
We get that every month. And once they approve all our closeouts, I'll give you all copies of
Okay.
what got sent in and what we got back.
Was that motion for number 6 and number 7 that we just?
No, we just did
Just
6.
6,
We
okay.
can do 7, it's the
Okay.
same thing, just different year.
Different, and it's a different dollar
Year.
amount. This one is
Yeah.
for 19, and it was $185,028. We're closing that out. But once I send that into HUD, they'll send me something back, and then we'll give the board a copy of what
Yeah,
came,
yeah.
what came back.
Okay,
I don't know when you're gonna get it, but we'll
can
get
I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion that we approve the closeout of the 159 grant for 2019.
and then I'm gonna go back in and
I'll
and
second.
Can I
try
have a
to,
second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
okay, so this takes care of 18 and 19, and then going forward, I wanna close out 20, 21, you know,
Okay, yeah.
once the money is expended, I'm gonna go right in and close these out. So we'll see what happens. But I should get paperwork back on all this stuff, and when I do, I'll make sure you guys get all the, so you'll
Take
know,
back Copies, yeah,
yeah. Cause
good.
some of the grants with COVID and with them, with working from home, there was like miscommunication, so we're hearing late that, oh, by the way, well, why didn't you tell us like then? But there seemed to be some
It's a
follow.
state.
That's the Fed, this is the Fed,
This is HUD.
Well, the Fed
Yep.
too,
this is HUD.
both of them.
Wow.
So it's like I'm gonna just go back and whatever they say we need,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and provide it. And if there's fallout, oh well. Cause you can't argue with them, it's like, well,
No.
but make sure that everything they're looking for got done, and we'll go from there.
For Christ's sakes.
You know, we've got recertifications going on right now. We're overwhelmed with that, but they're all, the ones that are supposed to be done have been done. There were some issues with people not providing information on time. Or we'd call and we'd send them a letter. We're still waiting. So we go through and we just calculate what we have. And then when they bring it in, it's like they bring it in. But there's only a couple of people that we're still waiting on. And all the tenants did receive a letter, the ones that were done, as to what their new rent would be, because it changes March 1st. So by February 15th, if they did what they were supposed to do, they all received a notice as to what their new rent was. And we're required to give them 2 weeks. If we're still waiting, it's like, what are we gonna do? But we documented that we've contacted them, and we do the best we can. And we just let the state know, it's like, hey.
Yeah, I just got a random question, if I may. Say you have a tenant who has some intellectual disabilities. Is there anybody within the office that can work with them with their paperwork? Well, how do you do that? Because I would think that if there's a discrepancy in incomes, I'm thinking that it may not always be due to graft, that sometimes people get confused.
We do have people that are confused. Betty works with them
Okay.
to make sure that they provide what they're supposed to provide. It's independent living, so the family members actually
Okay.
have an obligation. If the resident can't get the stuff to, Betty will call the
Okay.
contact person
Contact person.
and just say, hey, listen, we do this every year.
So
You're
be
required to
prepared.
give us the same stuff every year. They were notified in December that they were required to bring this stuff in. You know.
Yep, true.
Yeah.
So it's like they've been given plenty of time,
Mhm. Okay.
months. So when you're coming down to the wire, it's like, really? And people are busy, and people forget, and we just keep calling them until we get what we need to get, so that we can satisfy that March 1st, they're paying the correct rent, which they never do. Because they're still paying the old rent. Or once they get notified in February what the new rent for March is gonna be, they pay us March rent in February. There's always some issues.
Yeah.
But we just have to make sure that by the end of March, they're in the game. Okay, but we do have people, and then Usha at the senior center is excellent. They always have some issues, they can go see her, and she can help them with the paperwork. She helps CHAMP applications with the paperwork. She's a great resource.
Yeah, she's very good.
I
Yeah.
think most of the
second
time,
that.
She is.
children are pretty good.
With helping,
They are.
yeah.
Because they know that this happens every year, so they
If
start.
their mother or
Very.
their father.
What's the month
Yeah.
once they have no kids?
Well, then there's the senior center, and then there's us. But we can't be like calling the bank for their bank
No,
certificates.
no,
That's
no,
not.
No.
That's not our.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't.
Our
to that
thing,
extent,
but they do have
She just
resources.
wants to know if somebody that needs help can get the help. That's all she wanted to know.
Yeah, I just want to make sure, I mean, I have an intellectually delayed daughter, and
Yeah.
when she gets anxious, it's difficult
Oh,
for
yeah,
her to
we
follow
know.
through, so I
Yeah.
just,
And we have
Thinking
some
of that.
people with the onset of dementia, and
yeah, my goodness, yeah.
so I mean, we know pretty much who, and we know which families are going to step up, and we know how far we can go.
Mhm.
I mean, we're
Yeah.
not calling the bank, but you know what? Maybe Usha can help them
Mhm.
that way.
Or their families, either
And
one.
we had 90 residents that we had to recalculate their rent between December and the middle of February. So it's been very busy. In addition to all this other HUD year end, the state year end, we've had sickness in the office. We actually had a death of one of our part-time employees. My mother passed.
Sorry.
We've had some things
Of course,
going on, so we're kind of playing catch up, but we have no vacancies. We have no vacancies. So,
That's a good thing.
and that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
That's the
Right.
biggest thing. So as bad as we might look, it's like, well, we can't be that bad. We're fully rented.
Yeah.
You know? You have any
Okay.
more questions? Hey,
No.
you're gonna come in and do that? You're gonna come?
I am, we got a meeting on Tuesday, so I thought I would, we'll schedule.
Well, do you still want to have the meeting on Tuesday? Because
Oh, if we,
Are we gonna need it?
not really.
I mean,
okay.
we don't need it.
I mean,
I
just,
can't do it
you
anyway.
can't, And Wendy isn't
Oh,
gonna be
okay.
here either.
Wendy's still gone?
I thought it was till March 6th.
We didn't know.
Okay. Oh, all right.
So I mean, let's get this stuff all cleaned up. And then if we do need a meeting, and as long as everybody's willing to come, then we can certainly schedule a meeting, but it's,
Well, what would you have on the agenda? What do you have? Anything pending after today?
just the minutes. And the check registers for February, but that's nothing that can't be.
We've got 2 out. Is it okay to make a motion or as to defer to April meeting?
Or a meeting later on in March.
Mid-March when Wendy's back and you're available.
Why don't we just leave it open and then
Yeah.
Laurie can get back to us? If we
Okay.
need a meeting during March, fine. If we don't,
Okay,
we'll just do April.
all right.
And we could
Okay.
still have bad weather, and if we have bad weather, we'd end up canceling it.
No,
But you figure
no
today
more
is,
bad weather, Laurie, no
no,
more.
I know, but today is Thursday, and to turn around and have a meeting on Tuesday,
No, I did think that was
No,
a good
because I
point. I
see
just
you
want
got a
to make
lot of
sure.
caught up stuff today, which
Yeah.
is good.
and I don't wanna be driven over the cliff.
Okay, moving
So
on.
you okay with that?
Yes, as long as we have nothing, so we have checkbook registers and minutes.
And that's it.
And we can
Good, I
double up
know.
on that in April or
Yeah.
mid-March. if need
Mid-March.
be.
If needed.
Okay, as
And
long
then
as we're all
maybe Wendy will
in
be
agreement.
available, everybody can come, but Sharon can't come on Tuesday anyway.
Oh, that's your day, it's not good. Or just this Tuesday. 'cause-
Just this Tuesday.
Yeah.
So that gave us
That's fine.
2 out, Wendy and Sharon, and then we'll just go from there.
Okay. All right, so we have public comment. All right, number 8.
Moving on, public comment,
None.
none. Seeing none, adjournment. We'll just leave that open for either the middle of March or beginning of April.
Okay, now you gotta sign,
Uh-oh.
okay, just pay attention to where you're signing. This was the top 5 compensation, and you did get that. So you're gonna check off the financial statement at 10, you're gonna certify to everything. So Wayne, you sign as chairperson over here.
Okay.
That's this one, right?
And I'll make sure you get copies of everything going forward. Okay, so now you just sign underneath him,
Okay.
and then this is for lead paint. And here's that compensation
Right.
for the, who made what?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Because we have to, that's one of the certifications.
No.
Just sent it over, so she.
Yeah.
There's actually
Right now.
2 things coming.
That it?
This is lead
Another
paint.
one?
Just make sure you sign where you're supposed to.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'm wearing a black pen, I probably shouldn't sign in red ink.
You certainly may. Whoop, okay, Wayne.
Good catch.
Yeah, no,
Sorry about that.
Thank you.
I was allowed to keep it for a minute. Could you sign some more?
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
this is the top 5. We need that.
So we don't have to touch these then.
No.
No, those are just copies.
And then the wage match, did you sign for that?
I think that might be over there.
Here's lead paint. I thought we already did that.
It's a double lead paint there.
Okay. Well, we don't really need it. Now we just need
The wage match.
wage match. So we had top 5, and we had lead paint, and we had year end. Okay?
Yeah.
So here's lead paint. This is the same thing. Then here's top 5. And there wasn't one for,
You're missing.
yeah,
Wage missing one. Wage match.
Yeah.
Wage match, year end.
Yeah.
Qualifications is 3.
She's looking.
so it would actually be year end, which there wasn't a form. Then there was top 5.
Yeah.
And wage match I submit. They didn't have a form for that. Here's the year end, and I have to sign this, and Gary signed it. That's the year end one. You didn't have to do that. Then there was lead paint.
Yeah.
And top 5. But there wasn't one separate for wage match.
Okay.
And if there is, then we'll
Sign it.
yeah, we'll sign it. Okay? So that's it.
Okay.
That's it? Okay.
Yep. And as I get the papers back, then we'll print them all out, so we'll have a folder on the year end that was submitted and all these other forms. So how's that sound?
Okay.
Good.
So that's it.
I need a motion to adjourn.
I motion to adjourn.
Do I have a second?
That's second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None.
And
Thank
there-
you, everybody.